I mean, it's different. It's really different. I grew up hunting in Virginia. I never hunted in North Carolina a lot. I grew up hunting in Virginia, and I went to my pop's house probably. Oh, I couldn't even tell you how many times I used to go. Between turkey season, deer season, we were there almost all the time, almost every weekend it felt like, and I met some great people there. So
were you 8 years old when you killed your first turkey?
no, gosh, no.
How long did it take you to kill your first one?
Gosh, I was probably in high school when I first killed my first turkey.
Really?
That is so hard. Now, don't get me wrong. I saw plenty of turkeys, took multiple shots. But as an 8-year-old girl, I didn't even weigh 100 pounds, like, in a shotgun. When I first learned to shoot, it was funny. I have, and I still have it, and my dad will laugh at this every time. It's a single shot 20 gauge. Has a hammer on it. And I was learning how to shoot in the woods behind the park rec in Matthews, which I probably shouldn't be telling, but I'm going to tell it anyways.
I think
you can cut this out if you want.
Statute of limitations is up, I believe.
But anyways, I was shooting birdshot, which isn't, super bad or anything. It's not like it's a buckshot. He's not going to kick you really bad. But I was an 8-year-old girl. I didn't know what was going to happen. And came back, shot the gun, came back. The hammer hit me right above the eye. Instantly blood all over my face. My dad's like, oh my God, your mom's going to kill me. Sort of like freaking out mode. And she saw me like that. And she was like, I think that was it. She just didn't want to have anything to do with me after that. So.
I have a 12 gauge poke stock. We call them single shots in West Virginia. We call them poke stock.
It's terrible.
That my dad told me, I have the gun today.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not mine. I've already split my guns up to my kids.
Right.
What ones I've got. But Dad always told me, don't ever turn that gun straight up in a tree to shoot a squirrel. No. I said, why? He said, it's going to do two things to you. It's going to bloody your nose.
Yep.
And it's going to knock you down.
Yeah. And honestly, some people would be like, well, why did he choose that gun? Like, he should have let you have a 22 or a 410. Like, no, I got my butt kicked. Like, that was, and I needed it, like and that's not even being like, oh, whatever, but that'll teach you how dangerous a gun is in a very short time.
So my dad bought me my first gun. I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Single shot 410. My grandmother always told me, John, you don't ever shoot once.
Yeah.
You shoot twice.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, why did she tell you that? Because she wanted to make sure I didn't fall down and my gun had went off.
Yeah.
So went out squirrel hunting with her by myself first time. And there was a tree just down below me. Now, you got to remember, this is West Virginia.
Yeah.
But anyway, where I was at, there was a tree that had like a Y in it. And there was a squirrel in it. And I'd shoot, and that squirrel would run over here. I'd shoot, and that squirrel. I shot almost a whole box of shells at that squirrel, and never did kill it. And I took it back to the house. Dad, I can't kill anything with this.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, you're crazy. So he took it out himself and came back, didn't say anything to me, and just put the gun up for Christmas that year. Because after that, I started hunting with my grandmother's single shot 20 gauge that her mother hunted with.
Yeah. So
this is my dad's mom. So I'm the fourth, they'll be the fifth generation with this gun.
Yeah.
So, and that was through that hunting season, that fall. Well, for Christmas that year, 8 years old, underneath the tree was a brand new 12 gauge model 1200 pump action shotgun.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would never trade it for anything, but that was the worst gun he could have ever picked for me. And I still have it, and I haven't touched it since.
Really?
I have not touched it since.
You should go out and get over that.
Look, we have put lead in the butt, and it's heavy as all get out. I do not want to have anything to do with that, but I have another 20 gauge, and I swear by it. I mean, it's the best.
Well, now here's the thing. If you ever know you need shoulder surgery, just go ahead and go shoot the gun because it's not going to matter. You get ready to go shirt.
Might as well. Just take it on out there.
So, what's your favorite gun to shoot? Is it a shotgun? Is it a pistol? Is it a rifle? And why?
Probably a shotgun, just because I'm more comfortable with that. That's what I shoot year round most of the time. Anywhere from, shooting skeet for fun in the summertime, doing for dove season. I hunt turkeys with them. I'll hunt deer as well if they have dogs running, and we'll do that. I've used it for rabbits. I don't really do a lot of squirrels, but if I do, it'd be a different gun. But I mean, I use it year round. I mean, depending on what it is, I can go from the 20 to 12. But yeah, all year round.
20 gauge for your turkeys?
No, 12.
12?
Yeah.
Low brass or high?
Well, I don't really know what the shells that I'm using now are because I had to switch up, but I think it's high.
Yeah, well, what I mean by low brass or high brass is just, how you're talking about. They just have like the bird shot.
Yeah.
It's the brass is like for bird shot, or if you're hunting, the brass will be shorter.
Yeah, for this one, they're
For
a little
double aught buckshot,
it's way
be,
bigger. Yeah. I'm not sure because I literally just switched ammo with this new gun because I got a new choke for it. So I've been trying to see which one has my best pattern for turkey season. So
I had 3 chokes that came with mine.
Yep.
Years ago.
Yeah.
But I left the full cylinder in it.
Yeah.
I never did use. I didn't like the modified. It really wasn't. And I was rabbit hunting, and I probably should have used the modified or the improved cylinder. Those are the 2 that they use for duck hunting.
Yeah.
Because your pattern's a little better. But hunting squirrels, you want to keep it.
Yep.
Or rat. Anyway, that's awesome. Do you rabbit hunt?
I've done it before. I mean, I don't have dogs myself. My cousin has dogs. He lives in Virginia, and he rabbit hunts all the time, constantly training for that. And he just got puppies, so he's trying to teach them how to rabbit hunt too with his older dogs. And yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Have you ever seen a rabbit dog?
Yeah.
You're looking at one. I'm telling you. I hope my Uncle Donnie is listening to this, and I want to make sure he listens to it. He and his brother, Mike, when I was a little old thing, and Mom and Dad were separated, whatever, Donnie took me squirrel hunting, and Dad didn't have time because he worked so much.
Right.
Donnie worked for UPS. He had a little bit more time. So him and his brother would take me. I didn't carry a gun, and the reason why is because I was their dog. I went into every briar patch.
Oh, no.
I went into every brush pile. So now here's the funny thing. So when I got old enough to hunt on my own, I was a senior in high school. Yeah. Or just as a junior, senior. And I couldn't wait to get home every day after school.
Yeah.
That's the thing I hated about football season is it kept me from going in the woods because I trapped through the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
So I came home one day and I had a couple of rabbits. And my dad looked at me and he said, because I killed them all the time.
Right.
He said, "You're the only person I know that can kill more rabbits without a dog than a man can with one."
Yeah, you can't pay me $100 to get in those briars. That's terrible.
But a lot of it, I just jumped them up. I just happened to be, and there's times
if
I would
quiet,
purposely try to go get them. I mean, that worked. But I have to thank my Uncle Donnie and his brother Mike Roberts for that. Donnie Roberts, Mike Roberts. I have to thank them for that because, I mean, that's where I learned how to do it.